Just waiting for people to come in. Chat screen. There we go. Waiting for the people to come in so you guys can meet my kitty cats. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you stink like food. Good for you. There's a kitten back there. All right. And my camera's a little bit wiggly. My stand is a little bit wiggly. But I thought you guys would like to meet some kittens today for the holiday weekend. So, there we go. Hello, boo-boo. Hello, boo-boo. This is my good boy. Is this Bergamot? Bergamot still has blue eyes, and he is jumping, and he is also eating. Come here. They love their new tunnel. I can't see any chat. Can't see any chat. Oof. Why is this chat? There we go. There's my chat. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Oh, you have two kitties. Samantha, thank you for being here. Samantha, you guys will notice she's got a wrench now. She has administrative power. So, Bergamot is over there. Come here, Shelly. Come here, baby girl. Come here, baby girl. Come here. I thought this would be fun. Hi, Tawny. I've got the power. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a marathon live when we go downstairs. Oh, I put the retouch on. That's so much better. So much better. But, sorry, Mama, I didn't mean to. Mama's eating right now. Mama has gotten so thin. She has her figure back. Come here. Oh, the boys are playing. Boys are playing. So they unplugged their light last night. Hi, Sky. How are you? We're showing off kittens today, but they're all playing over here. Let me grab Gandalf. Come here, Gandalf. Well, all right. Meet Cutie Patootie. This is Cutie Patootie. This is our mama. She's a very, very good girl. Totally feral cat. Loves getting brushed. There's my little girl. Oh, she's screaming. There's my little girl. This is TortiShelli. She is exactly like her mom. She's very smart. She was my first eater. She's the smallest of them. And I think they're 6 weeks old today. I think 6 weeks. They were born the Thursday into Friday before Easter. So they're starting to jump and cavort. They're being really cool. Definitely super, super cool now. They're a little hissy at first. A little bit hissy. So, hi, Grupo. I guess we're doing okay. My life hasn't changed since Trump entered the White House. So, no big deal. You know, like, is what it is. I'm just not. I'm here at my house playing with kittens and reading tarot cards. So, not bothered by other people. So I've been consumed with my kittens. Hey. So those of I can't see how many people are on the chat. Samantha, how many people are in the chat? Do we have more than a few? All cats go to heaven. Arcturian prince. All cats go to heaven. So it's my little sweetie. So TortiShelli. She's actually named after my friend Shelly. So, whoa. And I don't know if you could see on Cutie Patootie, the mama cat. I think she has a genetic disorder. So, oh, hi, Bova. Hi, Bova. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Um, so, Bova, these, I've never seen you here before. So, these are the kittens of a feral cat who decided to take up space on my front porch. We live backed up to farmland, and the remnants of the barn cats from the old farm. Here you go. You want to say hi to everybody? The remnants of the old barn cats. This is the rest of the family, and there's about 8 cats in the clouder, and most of them live over at the neighbor's house. But Cutie Patootie was getting beat up by some of the other cats, so she came over here and started sleeping on our front porch. And we contacted one of the shelters and had them. They gave us it's actually it's on the other side of this door. It's a styrofoam cooler, and they put some hay and straw in it, and then they put a little what is it, diatomaceous earth in there, and that repels the fleas. And it'd been on our porch for, I don't know, about 2 years, and we couldn't touch Cutie Patootie at all. And she got pregnant, obviously. We think the father is a Tom that comes to visit named Elon Muscat, but there's also another one that we've named Orange Julius, and it may have been him. And then there's another one named Cheshire that it might have been him. So, um, and that's my dog Raven. She sees Gandalf playing with a toy over there. Gandalf is learning how to kill things from his mother. So she gave birth on the front porch right before Easter. Oh, go help him. Go help him, Mom. And we decided she moved them to a not so safe location, and we decided to bring them onto our lanai so she could raise them without any pressure. We saw a lot of the other cats were coming over here visiting. So J.R. Ewing. Hi, Crazy Mermaid. How are you, honey? So if you hear Raven barking, she's looking at Gandalf, the little white kitten who's over there having a great time with a little squeaky mouse. But so when she became more friendly and started to let us touch her, I mean, she loves getting groomed. Um, we realized that her third eyelid is out and extended. And oh, I'm blocking my azalea bush. My azalea has bloomed. It looks really beautiful. So we noticed that her third eyelid was out, and we did some research. They're going to the vet this coming week. They're going to be going to the vet as a family this week. But my daughter and I did some research, and it looks like it's a genetic condition, and I think her daughter has it as well. I'm seeing the third eyelid come out. Right now, Bergamot, our little orange kitten, and Gandalf, it doesn't look like they have it. So if it is this genetic condition, there's really nothing that they can do. It does limit her eyesight. So we will make some decisions. Hi, Marianne. Hi. We'll make some decisions about what her living situation is going to be when the kittens are weaned. Greg wants to keep them as like indoor outdoor cats, but there's 19 acres behind us that's being sold, and it's going to be developed. So I don't know if it's going to be a good territory. We have a big piece of property, and we could put like a few cat locations for them. But you know, I think they're going to have to be indoor cats. We already have 3 indoor cats in the main part of the house. They drive Raven crazy. But I have a section of the basement that can be indoor outdoor. So I may move my studio in there and then have them be in and out. So I have to flip this camera because you guys got to see what this little guy is doing. There's my little man. That's Gandalf right over there. So we're gonna have a lot of cats. Um, and you can see their little setup. So this bed, everybody loves this bed that I got for $7. Cutie Patootie jumps in it and she does a lot of kneading in it. She just kind of does like her thing. And then for Mother's Day, she got this Cutie Patootie, which is like a little hidey hole, but it's a scratching post as well. And I put a little bit of, um, before the kittens were moving around, I put a little bit of catnip in there. This is her original home. It has a plug and a heating element in it. And then the square is actually a little cave inside. But now that everybody's learned how to climb, they're all enjoying the bed up top. So everybody's having a really good time. So um, there's the crazy thing is that I had to teach Cutie Patootie how to play. I had to teach her just how to chill out, like just to kind of hang out on my lap. When she would eat prior to having the kittens, she would just like scamper away. She would like wolf her food down, wildcat her food down. Come here, dude. Psst, psst, come on, the world's waiting for you. Come on, Gandalf. Oh, Gandalf is a maniac. He is just running around. He has the best eyeliner that I've ever seen. He is just so, so cute. And Greg thinks he's our cat Grim reincarnated, but I don't know. He's like super playful, and Grim was a bit more stoic. So I don't know. I don't know. So let me see if I can get him over here. Cutie Patootie is eating her food up like a maniac. So, does anybody have any questions? You have any questions about my kittens? Or about like what we do here? We just collect animals. And my kids' friends, they all come over and hang out. So, yes, Gandalf. And you know what's the worst thing? In the first post, when I was asking about the names, I spelled Gandalf with an O, not on purpose. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Everybody's over here grooming themselves, like just having a great time. So we have a little toothbrush, a little baby toothbrush that we've been getting the kittens used to being handled, used to being groomed by humans. And one of the cool things, hi Jack. One of the cool things is that whenever we're handling the kittens, if they start to squeak cutie patootie, their mom comes up and nudges them and just kind of like lets them know that it's okay. She's super, super smart. And I've never had, I talked to my girlfriend Shelly about it. Shelly's into a bit more of like, spellcraft and witchcraft and house crafting and that stuff. Not real witchcraft, like, like not the scary stuff. But Shelly, when she came over, she loves cats too. And when she came over, she was like, "Oh my God, you have a familiar." And I was like, "I never had a familiar before. Like, I don't know what that's about." So, sorry, mommy, are you playing? Mommy's playing. Mommy's playing with Gandalf. So like the whole idea behind familiars is like it's a creature that kind of does your bidding, kind of, works in tandem with you. Come here, my little love. Come here so everybody can see you. Come here, my little Gandalf. Gandalf has a very puffy face. And I don't know which dad. We have video footage and stills of all three candidates for dad. And I have to really look at them because I want to see who he really looks like. So come here, buddy. I should have brought my fishing pole out for them. Come here. Come, come, come. Oh, I think he's hitting on my bracelet. His mom just slapped him in the face with her tail. So come here, come here. So I'm gonna do a live after we wrap up here. I just thought it would be fun for you guys to see all these kittens, see them in motion. Gandalf, come over here. I can't figure out what color Gandalf is going to be. I think he might be stripy all over, but I don't know. Mama. Mama. Good girl. Oh, she's the best cat. She really is like the greatest cat of all time. Um, you know, our Pusheen is super beautiful. She's a British short hair. Cutie Patootie is straight up like street tortoiseshell, and she is really really sweet. Um, she's not super keen on like falling asleep in my lap yet. She did take a nap on my chest one day. We took a nap together. And what's that hurt? Something hurt? Huh? Meow, meow, meow. Did you want to get brushed? I know you love getting brushed. Let me get your brush. Come here. Come here, Mom. Psst, psst. Come here. Mom. Look, this is my secret weapon with her. Look. Come on. Meow. There she goes. Oh, she loves it. She loves it. Loves it, loves it, loves it. So, do you have questions about kittens? Gandalf is trying to get up in the chair. Well, it's really wild because like they went from being the laziest cats in the world, and I was like, why are you guys in the cave all the time just sleeping? Like, get up and start doing some stuff, to like running the next day. Like they were just running all over the place out here. I like opened the door. I had to put a sign on the door for the family. Do not open the door quickly. Kittens are running. Step out slowly. Let me see. Oh, my chat is still not moving. I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh, Um, so I'm going to answer Sky first. So are they all out? Hi, Penny. Oh, Penny, I have to add you when I go downstairs. Penny's going to get a wrench too. Um, my comments are off. Are the comments off? I don't know how that happened. Comments, no, I think the comments are on. Yesenia, there's some weird shit going. Oh, cursed. Some weird stuff going on. So, I got my little guy here. Bloop. Hey, here's Gandalf. So you got to see this face. I know he was featured yesterday, but look at this. Look at the eyeliner. Look at the eyeliner. So they started out as outdoor cats, but we don't want them to be outdoor cats just because we're losing territory. When the 19 acres behind us gets sold, they're probably going to develop it. It's not going to be a farm anymore. So they're not really going to have much land to run around on. All the old barn buildings will probably be torn down. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Samantha. So, what's Wednesday? Let me see. Oh, so we're probably going to make them indoor cats. We're probably going to put them. We're lucky. We have a big part. A third of our basement is not finished. 2/3 of it is. But that extra third of the basement, like we're using it for storage, and like there's some of the technical stuff. We have the beer fridge in there, and my treadmill. And what we'll probably do is make that into my studio. We'll have like a little music section for Ella, or for Angus. We'll put the piano in there for Ella, and we'll have cats that go in and out. So, yeah, we'll have cats that go in and out. So, let him in there to eat. Everybody is trying to eat some food. Mom's doing a good job. Like a little catopia, yeah. We also have a barn. I don't want to put them in the barn. The barn we're probably going to use for equipment. It's a small barn. It's not a big barn. So, weirdly enough, Penny, I see. How does Gregopedia feel about the kittens? I thought we were in agreement that the kittens were all going to go. We were going to take them to the vet, get them fixed up, like neutered. We have a spay and neuter program here for feral cats. So I thought that was the plan and that we were going to find them homes. And Greg was like, I love them all. I want to keep them. So it was very, very surprising. Gandalf, good boy. Why don't you eat the wet food, dude? Gandalf is eating kibble. He thinks that he is a big boy. So, and the other two kittens, my lazy kittens, went to sleep. So I guess they've been playing out here for some time. Um, we're Gandalf, eat the wet food. So I think Mama was trying to teach them how to hunt last night. I think that was one of the things that she was looking out pretty late at night last night. She was looking out. We're all screened in here, and she was looking out, and I could see she was kind of looking for some prey out there. So I think she was getting ready to teach them how to hunt. So I think I'm gonna order. There's like an electric mouse, like a remote control mouse. I know I'm a maniac. I think I may do that and just do like the remote control thing because I don't want her to bust out of here. I mean, she hasn't busted out yet, so I don't think she'll do it on her own. I can't believe you're eating dry food. This little guy's eating dry food. He's a maniac. Good boy, Gandalf. Good boy. Good boy. Hungry. Hungry kitten. Gandalf, why don't you eat the wet food? The wet food is technically for you guys. Here, try this. Bloop, bloop. Try that. Try that wet food. Eating dry food. He's a maniac. He's eating the wet food. He's eating it. Mama, I'll bring more out. Don't worry. It's not just for you. So. So here, let's flip. And look, there he goes. He's eating some wet food. This is a first, guys. You're seeing a first. Everybody went for the dry food first. I don't know why. Oh yeah, we have a couple of balls out here. Psst, psst. Mama. Psst, 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 psst. Mama's over there cleaning her face. Yeah, we had mice when we first moved here too. That's our beer fridge, guys. That's a kegerator. We had mice when we first moved here too, and Grim took care of that. Grim was our only cat when we moved in here, and then we kind of eradicated them, and I guess they decided not to come in anymore. But we had I think two in the basement. No big deal, no big deal. We actually have a lot of moles, and that was the prey that I usually saw Cutie Patootie get. Look at these two. Look at those lazy kittens. Lazy kittens. So they are doing great. Here, we'll come over here. Ugh. And we'll meet Cutie. Cutie Patootie. Here, Mom. Come here. Come here, girl. So that's my girl. That's my girl right there. She's being very, very coy at the moment. Oh, she sees something. Oh, she sees a bug outside. So you can see it's a beautiful day here in New Jersey. Um, hey, Reynard. Yes, the interview with Reynard is here talking about the interview with HG. That interview was actually done back in February, and I posted it originally, and for some reason, he couldn't get it to download off my cloud space that I had sent him the link to. So we got it worked out the other day, and he posted it, and his people were not happy with the content, and that's okay. It's a great big world, and some people do believe in psychic stuff, and some people don't. And that's okay. I wasn't on there to convince him of that's yeah, you know what, he didn't cut me off. The video was actually like we had a chat for, it was like 2.5 hours. It was a much longer interview, and you can see the interview in entirety on my channel if you want to watch it. You can start it at the, I think it was an hour and 14 was his video, so you can start mine at if you want to go watch it. It was oh, what was that? Psst, psst. Oh, Raven is outside. Raven, beat it. Go back inside. We got to walk through the house for a second, guys, because Raven wanted to be part of the fun. Did you let her out?
I did.
Oh, let her back in. She was growling at everybody. She's growling at the kittens. Or not growling, but she wants to party. So, um, the comments were pretty brutal on there, and I had a moment where I was like, oh, did I just ruin my YouTube career, or did I ruin my career as a psychic? And then I said, no, I didn't. I had a couple of friends talk. Penny was one of them. Samantha was one of them. My girlfriend Nan and my girlfriend Deb, I talked to them. So, it's my the original plan when I set up the meeting, someone else connected me with HG, and apparently they told HG that I wanted to interview him, and I was under the impression that HG wanted to talk to me and ask me questions. And so I had kind of prepped myself for the types of questions that he would ask me. Um, I had some academic responses for him about psychic ability and the different types of things. Somebody refuted controlled remote viewing or coordinate remote viewing in the chat on that. And I disagree. They said, oh, the program was abandoned by the United States. I don't think it was. Um, there's a lot of remote viewing engagement that's done in the government and also in the private sector. There are lots of people that do medical remote viewing. I discussed that with him at one point. There are also yeah. I'm still talking about the interview. So I tend to disagree. Recently uh, it was outed. My husband's a police officer. He's in law enforcement, and law enforcement uses remote viewing, and they use psychics all the time. So I shouldn't say all the time. They don't use it outwardly, but they do consult with psychics. So and my husband, yes, I'm talking about remote viewing, because that was one of the things that we discussed with HG. Like one of the things is that HG tried to talk to me about astrology, and I'm not an astrologer. I don't know why he didn't post the whole conversation, but you can see the rest of it on my channel. So I don't know why he did that. Like I said, he had some issues with the download, so I don't know if he only downloaded part of it. I have no idea. Um, no, I'm not angry at all. I tend not to get angry about things like that. Like, I was a little concerned for a minute because it kind of looked, from the comments, I don't think, like, some people were like, I tuned out when she talked about real estate. I can't tell you how many real estate agents I work with. Socrates, a lot of real estate agents work with me to check markets. When I worked in corporate, I used controlled remote viewing for my sales processes all the time. So, to much success, I was one of the top brokers in the United States in my industry. So, yeah, and I did that job up until 2 years ago. So, the way, oh, Mama's trilling for the kittens. So, not mad about it. I actually like HG a whole lot. I think he's very interesting. I think he brings a lot of. Oh, so going back to the interview. So, my understanding was that we were going to talk about narcissism um, in my industry, because like there's certain industries that are going to have heightened levels of narcissism. Doctors, lawyers, like they tend to be very highly narcissistic because their whole lives they've been told they're the smartest person in the room. They're the smartest person in the room. So it's not a surprise that they have this heightened sense of superiority. So we see the same thing with psychics, mediums, those kinds of things. And what was the catalyst for this? My husband and I have very good friends, a couple, a family that we're very good friends with, and they are both doctors. The one is actually a triage doctor. He is an emergency doctor, and they unfortunately lost a child. And as you can imagine, very very difficult. And so they were in grief therapy and working through that process. And he called me up one day, knowing what I do, and he said, can I talk to you about mediumship and psychics? And I was like, oh God, no, like I don't want to do that. And he was like, no, 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 I have questions. And he said, the grief group that we are in, he said, all of us have been contacted by different psychics at different times in our process, in our grief process. And, um, how did these people find us? Like, do they find us psychically? Like that was his big question. And I was like, oh dear God, no. I was like, and charging thousands of dollars, like contacting them and saying, for $5,000, I can contact your child, which is horrible. And it's one of the reasons that I don't necessarily do mediumship or advertise for it, because, oh, thank you, Marianne. Um, I don't advertise or really promote mediumship. I do have individuals that will come through at times, but the reason I don't do it is because, as part of the grief process, I think that is, um, it's a very delicate place to tread, and you want to make sure that someone is not really clinging on to something and trying to not necessarily heal but to sustain some kind of relationship with a dearly departed. So those of you that have been on the channel for shamrock on my wrist, a memorial tattoo for a boyfriend that I had. That was we had just started dating, but we were friends for a while, and he was killed in a car accident while I was on the phone with him. It was horrible, and I did not know that he was in a car accident at the time. I found out several hours later when his best friend's fiance called me. Um, and I had gone to a number of psychics and said, how come, he didn't come through? How come he's never contacted me? Like, here I am on this antenna for other people. Like, how come, I'm being left with this, unfinished end? And it wasn't until I went to like a one of those big like mediumship things, and it was the Jersey Shore psychic, Jersey Shore medium. That's her name. That's what she goes by. And that was some girls from work were like, "Hey, let's go to this," and they knew what I did on the side. And she started talking, and she was talking to the woman who was like directly at the next table across from me. And one of the gals at work nudged me and she was like, hey, she's talking to you. And I wasn't really paying attention. I was like eating french fries and like having a drink. And I go, nah, she's not. And she came over and she said about 5 different things like right away that kind of blew my doors off. And I was like, wow, that's pretty neat. So I got a message. He told me he's the wind, which had a very important meaning. The last day of his wake, when we had gone outside, his brother and his two best friends and I, the wind started kicking up, and this summer storm kicked up. And it's a wild story. And this convertible pulled in, And it was the beginning of August in New Jersey, and so it gets we get some pretty wicked weather here, and oh, is it buffering? I'm glitching. Okay, all right, there we go. Joyzy. So this in the rain, in all this wind, this craziness, this summer storm that kicked up, this convertible pulled in, and it was a guy. And he looked like Don Johnson to me, like he was like a Don Johnson type. And he jumped out of the car and was like tanned, good looking dude. And he said, "Wow, this is some storm, huh?" And we all were like, "Yeah." And hang on, I'm gonna put you guys on the ceiling for a second. You're on the ceiling. Just give me a second. I'm gonna put my stand back on. So I can just like sit like a normal person and not have to hold the phone. So, thanks, Sky. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. So, the guy jumped out of the convertible, and he had like kind of sandy hair. He's like tan, like yeah, he's a good looking dude. Can I move this chair a little bit, Kitty? There you go. You can come sit on my lap if you want. And I saw the convertible was like it looked kind of like a Cadillac, like it was a long convertible, and I saw red piping. The seats were white, and I saw some red piping in there, and it was vintage, like mint condition, perfect. And I remember the sweater really well that the guy had on. It was like a cream colored, but it was like a loose knit sweater. It was just like a loose summer sweater. And he jumped out of the car and he like kind of flipped his hair around, and he was a good looking dude, tan, and older. He's like probably like mid 50s, maybe early 60s. He's kind of a weird age. And he said, "This is some storm, huh?" And my friend Mark goes, "Yeah." Mark's like this computer engineer. He's really a cool guy. And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You better put that top up. It's going to ruin your interior." And the guy put out his hand, and he just was like kind of like he got out of the driver's seat, left hand drive, guys. Got out of the driver's seat, came around the back of the car, and he was standing by the back quarter panel, and we were like just at the threshold of the door. We were just sitting there smoking cigarettes and getting ready to go home. And he put out his hand and he goes, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And he got back in the car and he drove off in this storm, drove off in this crazy storm with the top down. And we all just kind of stood there for a second. And then my friend Michael said that was not a normal experience. And we all just kind of agreed on that. And then weeks later, we had all talked about that. And what we realized was we all saw this dude and the car very differently. Now, some would say like, okay, your memory changes over time, but like one of us saw him with dark hair. One of us saw him. He was tall and thin. I saw him. He was more. He was probably like 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10", kind of stocky. And like Don John, we all had like a different like celebrity reference for him. And it was a really really profound experience. So um, going back to mediumship, I think that there are some people that are better at it. Like I am really good at remote viewing. I am really good. According to my girlfriend Nan, I'm really good at identifying the means and motivations of other people, especially in corporate situations. So maybe that's because I've worked in corporate for so long. I don't know. But I am very good at identifying. And I did talk to HG about that, and I did have one example where one of my clients, was trying to get a job at her work, and they had actually created the position for a guy named Thompson, and I got the name Tom, and I said this job isn't available, so it's not an available job. I really thought this was going to be more about the kittens, but those lazy kittens are sleeping again. they're sleeping again, and Mama is just eating everything in sight. Oh, and she's trying to nurse them. She's trying to wake them up to nurse. So she's full of milk. I felt her this morning. She was a little bit full of milk. Um, so I'm trying to keep up. Oh, the chat's not scrolling for me. Yeah, like I said, Renard, I really don't do mediumship. I just really don't do that. I'm there are others that are better at it, and I do it a little bit. I actually had someone else ask me recently if I would do some mediumship for them. Um, I do get solicited for it locally here. People want to have like a party and have people come over and look up an old friend. But I tend to not want to do that again. Like, I just don't want people to sustain the grief process. When Danny had passed away, I I was kind of, because it was so abrupt, I was kind of in like this weird mode for a while. And it wasn't until years later that, like, it was, oh God, I think it was like 15 years later. It was like 15 years later that I went to the Jersey Shore medium, and she kind of told that whole thing. Renard, I missed, I'm seeing Penny is saying, sorry to hear about your brother. I missed that. So I am sorry. I'm assuming you had a loss. I'm sorry. But I think you said, can you do mediumship for me? I'm trying to keep up. Um, yes, Persnick, yes. Um, Remote viewing, yeah, anybody can remote view. Like, you can do like a guided meditation, you can remote view. Like, you can do that. I do that all the time when I'm doing tarot readings or when I'm doing psychic readings. You zoom over and you take a look at what's going on. Coordinate remote viewing and controlled remote viewing is more of a scientific process. I'm buffering again. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So it's more of a scientific and reporting process. So, oh, hi, Popo, Filippo. Those are my azaleas. They just popped. They just popped like in the last 2 days. I have clematis over there. Not clematis, climbing flowers. And they look beautiful. They look beautiful too. And then I'll show you guys. I'll show you. I have some peonies that are coming up too. So here, let me flip this. And there's my lazy kittens. Lazy kittens. And Mama getting some sun with her fish. But those are my azaleas. And then you can see right over there that pink. Those are my peonies that are coming up. And in the distance, oh, sorry, Mama. In the distance, you can see the dogwood is blooming. That tree, the white tree. And you can see my very, very shaggy bushes there. We also have, I'm going to plant a whole bunch of mint here. But I can't, there it is. There's a lovely plant. Hi, Merc. And these need to be trimmed as well. I'm going to be trimming these little guys. And then this is the clematis right there. That's on a piece of lattice. So, and that's my barn is out there. You can kind of see my barn that is in desperate need of some help. So, yeah, there's our gong, and we have a tree that needs to be addressed. So, we're on a big piece of property, and requires a lot of work. So, oh, and there's my mama. Look at her. Totally a feral cat. So I think it's so funny. I've been posting her on my personal social media, and people are like, how did you tame that feral cat? I'm like, I don't know. She just decided that it was time to become a member of our family. So we are definitely having some fun with these guys. Yeah, Penny, we have an acre and a quarter, but there's because these are the old farm properties, there's like buffers between the lands. And in the neighbor or the prior owner had planted some bamboo when he lived here, and it went hog wild. So we've been doing like a bamboo fight for a number of years. I think we won the war. But Samantha, I would love to have you come over and be my gardener. It's crazy here. But guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because the kitties are sleeping. Mama's in a sun puddle now. Mama's in that sun puddle. So pour lager over your lawn and it comes back half cut. um, yeah, the bamboo. When we moved in, the guy said, "Oh, it's contained in that area," and so we thought that when he planted it, he'd put the metal barrier in there. He did not. So we had to fight the bamboo. There's some funny pictures. I don't care if the mint goes wild. I love a mojito. Uh, we wiped out my mint garden one afternoon with some friends making mojitos. So I will gladly spread some mint. Let me see. Popo Filippo. Yeah, so Popo Filippo, it has been freezing cold here. It's Memorial Day weekend, and usually that like winds up being like a big washout. And some years we're real lucky, and it's actually like summer weather. But it was so cold, I was like sleeping with socks on the last few days. But I've got shell beads on now because it feels a little warmer. But it's still like it's just barely 60 degrees. Like I could have a sweater on right now. I opted not to because I was going to be Googling around with kittens. So, mint is great. Chocolate mint. I love chocolate mint. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. So yeah, yeah. And there's supposed to be like a witch's garden outside of my barn. That was something I wanted to work on this summer. It's not. I don't necessarily expect to have a yield this summer because it does get some full afternoon sun. So I got to be kind of specific about what I grow there. But so, all right, my kittens are asleep. I am going to gear up to go downstairs and read some cards. I'll look better on that camera. My phone just doesn't have a great camera. Spooktacular. Thank you, Popo Filippo. What is a pie garden? What is a pie garden? I want to know what a pie garden is. Is it shaped like a pie? Or does it have good stuff for pies in it, like rhubarb and strawberries? So, strawberry rhubarb pie. That's big here in New Jersey. I don't know why. We're the cranberry capital of the world. So, all right, well, all my cats are sleeping, so I'm going to go inside and let's do this. Let you guys meet Raven. So, Raven. Come here, baby girl. Come here. Come up here. Oh, you put the fireplace on?
Yeah,
Lay down.
cold. I also made tea.
So, that is Raven. If you guys don't know who Raven is. Hi, Raven. Say hi. Hi, Raven. She's a good girl. Sit. Oh, okay. Or lay down. There's my good girl. There's the fireplace my daughter started. But there's our good girl. And is the Poosh? Poosh is not down here. Poosh and AJ and Lily are all probably snoozing upstairs. So, it's slightly warm upstairs. Okay. So, guys, I think I am going to wrap this up for now. I look better in this light. I just had crappy light over there. But I'm looking out over the front yard. Our lawnmower needs a new battery, and we're waiting for that to be delivered tomorrow. So I can cut my lawn tomorrow and hopefully cut these bushes. That may be my day tomorrow. I may just do gardening, but give me like a half hour or so. I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and then I will jump on another live downstairs. I'll read some cards for you. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. And if you guys want to see the rest of that HD tutor video, just go. You can go watch it on mine. It's somewhere in there. Um, I don't know where, but somewhere in there. I don't think my thumbnail was as good as his. But and I don't know if he's planning on posting the second half of that interview. So it is what it is, you know. But I will see you guys a little bit later. Samantha.